Hey, Mike Phillips, Autogeek.com. We're at SEMA 2019 in the Rupes booth, and I have with me Jason Rose, the Global Director of Training, and he's going to share and showcase the new products that Rupes is introducing for next year.
Great to see you, Mike.
Good to see you. Let's take a look. I love the new bottle design here, too. It looks really flashy.
Yeah, so what we've got going on this year is kind of an assortment of products that touch different systems within our product line. So these are with the nice new shiny bottles. This is a upgraded, enhanced label and new bottle material, but these both are dual action polisher liquids. So there's a compound, there's a polish, consistent with the Rupes line. They're, our color scheme is blue for the cutting step, and then yellow for a polishing step, or a one step for light defects kind of thing. So that's consistent. There's the blue and the yellow. We have DA coarse, DA fine. These are upgraded formulas. So we have validated that they cut more aggressively than the previous versions. They leave a better finish consistently across different paint systems, and they dust less in those.
Everybody loves that. Yeah.
So, and another neat thing about these is previous to this formula being introduced, which is right here at SEMA, we had separate liquids for the Melee gear-driven system and the Bigfoot random orbital system.
Yes.
Now those have been combined, and this is now liquids for all dual action polishers.
Now are the more of the legacy products going away, the Melee products and the Bigfoot products going away?
Well, we have such strong fans of those that we're going to run those. We're going to ride that horse as long as it runs. And but these are new, and if somebody wants to choose to try the new stuff, we'll do that.
So one of the things that I always like about the way Rupes labels their products, in case you're not an expert at detailing or new to this, if you grab one of their products and you're kind of wondering, what is this? It tells you right there, coarse. That would be for heavy defects. Yeah. And the other thing they put on the label right there, just to help you understand, fine. They make it simple. They don't make you work at learning what their products are. And I just appreciate that, because a lot of products have real flowery, glitzy marketing hype names, and you have to actually do some research to figure out what the product is and what it does. Not with Rupes.
And then, consistent users of our product line, they get familiar with the color scheme, so then you can immediately look at coarse and fine by the color. So then we have an extension to our Uno family. So this is a family of products. Uno Protect is a all-in-one, one-step cleaner wax, whatever you want to call it.
Sure.
One of those. And this has actually been a global rollout. So this was actually launched 6 months ago in Europe, and then 4 months ago in Asia, and now we're launching in North America.
So there you go, correct, polish, and protect. So there's three things in one step.
Right.
I'm a huge fan of these,
I love these products.
For so many people, you're a detailer, I know it's really easy to get caught up into the high-end paint correction and coatings and things like that. But the base market is usually people that just want clean, shiny paint, clear glass, black tires, and clean interior. And for those customers, a good one-step. Cleans, polishes, protects, one step, you get it done faster. And I'm absolutely confident with Rupes Chemistry and Technologies, these products are going to be a top performer.
Yeah, thank you, Mike. So this is fantastic in performance. It leaves a really, really slick finish, water-beating protection. It's a blend of natural carnauba solids and cross-linking polymer sealant. So
that's actually some of the better AIOs out there, because that way, instead of trying to get all the benefits out of one ingredient, say carnauba, you get a blended product, so you get the best properties of multiple ingredients.
Now the protection sits up. Sure, someone out there is going to have this question, at least one. How long does it last?
Yeah.
So we're labeling this up to 90 days, but we've actually experienced more than 90 days, but we're being conservative, up to 90 days. Of course, the long list of caveats is how is the car maintained and what's it going through.
And that's a really common question for all AIOs. When you build so many things into one product, it's hard to capture all the benefits at the extreme. So extreme cutting or extreme protection. So you have to make some sacrifices. But how long any AIO lasts always comes down to the real simple fact of the environment it's in and how it's touched. If you wash the car with the brick, nothing's going to last very long. You got to wash the car with a nice, clean, soft, uncontaminated wash mitt using good technique, good car wash soap. It's going to last a lot longer.
So to extend further into our Uno family of products, there's this product called Uno Pure. Now this is a pure polish, and Mike, I know you have a long history of experience with products like this. And this is a pure polish, meaning that it has polishing oils. It has a little bit of abrasive to clean up the last 5% of defects. It's great for soft paint and silicone free, so body shop safe. Doesn't leave solids behind on the car. So it's there's a strong segment of the marketplace that likes a polish like that. That just shines up, clears the paint up of final defects, and then doesn't leave anything behind.
But it has a little bit of cut.
A little bit.
So if in the Bigfoot line of chemicals you got the ultra fine, would this be ultra fine?
Well, the ultra fine diamond, is that what you're
Yes.
referring to?
Yes.
That is actually being phased out and replaced with this product.
Okay. So I'm a big fan of the ultra diamond white. It's a nice product for final finishing.
Well, if you like that one,
Yeah.
then you're going to love this one.
Okay. Yeah.
So further through, our third Uno product in the family is called Uno Prime Plus Protect. So this is a complex product, but there's a growing category that's gaining momentum in the marketplace of this type of product. So you can think of it as an ultra-fine polish. It removes the last 5-10% of defects, and it's great for soft paint. But there's a lot of bells and whistles built into this bottle. So this does leave solids behind, and it actually lays down a foundation of material that provides the surface to enhance bonding for a paint coating. So that's the primer part of this product.
Wow.
So
Okay.
consistent with a car, and when you're painting wood cabinets or whatever, the primer helps the top coat bond to the substrate by being an interface in between.
So is this compatible with multiple different coatings on the market?
It is, and we have actually, we're going through the list of, as you know, there's a lot of paint coatings now. So we haven't validated on all of them, but we're checking our boxes, and we're pretty confident it's going to be consistent with most or all of the coatings.
So, and correct me if I'm wrong, so what that means is, after you've done your major correction steps, if you go over the paint with this product, you would not have to chemically strip the paint. You could stop there and put the coating over the top of it.
You don't have to, but most of them do as a matter of
Okay.
procedure, and
Yeah.
it's actually a great procedure to do. You should be cleaning the paint before you put a coating on.
Okay.
But the cleaner they're using obviously will make a difference.
Yes.
If it's IPA, then the solids that are left behind by this are going to be maintained, and that will actually enhance the bonding of the paint coating.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Complicated product.
Yeah, well, we're not done yet.
Yeah.
So the Plus Protect part.
Okay.
So in addition to functioning as a primer prior to a paint coating, this could also function as a standalone protectant, as a last step.
Gotcha.
Because the solids left behind are very durable, very slick, and water beating. So we're labeling this one up to 12 months of protection.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's impressive. I can't wait to get my hands on. Can I just take that with me? Is that available yet?
No.
Okay. Well, let's watch this. That's the real deal. That's just water in there, right, for display?
No, that's the real deal.
Okay. Well, you better keep your eye on that.
Or what I meant to say, Dylan, was it's water. It's just water.
And we at Autogeek do have this in stock. So if you want to get their new all-in-one, their one-step cleaner protectant, then we have that at Autogeek, and you can get some right now.
So these pads are also new, and this is in our Rotary system. So here is a traditional dish-style twisted wool cutting pad. So just a monster cut Rotary application. There's nothing really super innovative. This is kind of like a me too, but we had this request a lot from our customers of our Rotary system. So this is a great, body shop cutting sanding marks, or in the detail environment, heavy defects.
Sure. I really like the different sizes available too. This is like a happy medium. The larger the pad, typically the more muscle it's going to take to control that over larger panels.
Right.
And for newbies,
and that's why
that's right. For people just starting out, it's easier to control a small pad. So a lot of people I see a new interest since you guys introduced your rotary polisher. There's more interest in getting into the rotary polishing side of detailing. So having these options are nice for people that are new to the rotary buffer.
It's actually, and that's a good tip for all of you out there. If you're new to rotary, learn on the small diameter pads, as Mike said. It's a fantastic tip because you'll have less pad drag and you won't feel like you're fighting the pad as much. And then work your way up to the bigger pad if you want
You
to learn
bet.
that.
Start getting into boat detailing. Boom.
Yeah.
And real important when you're using these types of pads is make sure you got some sort of tool to clean them.
Yeah.
because you're going to have material buildup and product buildup, and really these pads buff the best, cut the best when they're clean, and the film you leave behind wipes off easier when it's not contaminated with the stuff that's building up on the pad.
Now this is a brand new product here, and this was actually a response to a high demand from our customer base. So this is a wool pad also, but as you can see, very, very different design. And the reason we did this primarily, just to be quite frank, is because we had such a strong segment of our customer base that used our DA wool pads, which are fantastic for dual action. We hit that one out of the park, home run, and they love that pad, so they've been using it with a Rotary. And they keep saying, oh, this is great, it works great. But we didn't design it for Rotary, and there's some design features that we put in here. For example, this foam interface can handle the heat and friction of a Rotary application,
Sure.
whereas the dual action wool pad is designed for lateral movement. So, and then also the fiber itself has been tuned for Rotary. This is also 100% wool, as that one is, but it's a very different type of fiber. So merino wool, have you heard of that?
Oh
Merino
yes,
wool?
this is an Australian sheep.
Yeah, there's a certain
certain brand
species of the sheep.
Yes.
But this is a merino wool. It's a very, very small diameter fiber, but durable. So
Yeah.
it's
A lot of
holds up.
washments, your high quality washments use merino wool.
Yeah,
And that's the way you don't scratch the paint because the fiber quality's there.
yeah.
Now, what's the pile length on something like this?
Well, these are actually,
5/16, 8 millimeter.
well, it's 8. No, sorry, it's 9 millimeter.
Yeah, it looks fairly short, so that'll help with the finishing side when used with a rotary buffer.
Right.
So cutting, finishing.
Well, these are actually a cutter. This is a cut, and the reason that we call it cut and finish is because we are removing heavy defects on most of your paint system, but because of the quality of the fiber, you're actually leaving a better finish
Sure.
than say you went with this kind of a fiber.
Sure. Yeah, this is traditional heavy cut.
Yeah.
Yeah, this would be a more refined finish then.
Exactly.
Well, it's good to have options, because back when you and me started, there was
We
really
have this or this.
there's nothing out there. Nowadays, there's just so much. And that's why it can be confusing. And that's where a video like this in SEMA, where you get to talk to the customers, visit your booth, explain what the new products are, remove some confusion.
Great, and thank you for doing this. We have our QMag, so you might have watched some of our teaser videos and announcements. This is the QMag. So obviously it is on the foundation of the nano product. So we have our nano polisher. This is now using the same body style of the nano. However, it's not the nano with a different attachment on the head. This is actually different guts in the inside.
So it's a totally revamped tool.
Inside. Outside it looks identical to nano. Battery technology, and all the other features are exactly the same as the nano. But from here on out, it's very different in its application and its target use. So this is actually non-automotive. It's for woodworking, other surfaces like that, and it actually has the flexibility, kind of like the nano does, where you can do edge work with an orbital movement. So this, when you attach this to this system, and by the way, this is fantastic, what we've designed in here is a magnetic attachment to the backing plate.
I see that.
And when you use this particular backing plate, you see these metal discs here. So this actually neuters, when you put this on there, it neuters the rotation. So when you turn this on, it's a orbital movement. See that?
Yeah, no rotation at all.
Yeah.
Just oscillating.
So this is, to do the edge work in whatever areas you're working on. It's a bad example, but
Sure, yeah. But inside of a kitchen cabinet, for example, you got a lot of squared up corners, and at some point you need to sand every square inch or square millimeter of that surface before you stain it or paint it or create whatever look you're trying to create. And without a tool like this, you'd be doing something like this with
exactly.
a paint stick or something.
Right.
Very tedious and time consuming.
So it's fantastic for that kind of use. It also, metal window frames and things like that. But the detachment here, and I made this mistake when I first started using this, if you take this and try to pull it off at an angle, it actually is very difficult to come off
Sure.
that way because of the magnetic and the placement of the magnets. So you actually have to pull it off directly perpendicular to the magnets. Ooh. Like that. It's a strong attachment.
And I think that would be one of the first things I would wonder is how strong could that be? But now we know the answer.
Very strong.
Yeah, very strong.
Now you'll notice that this doesn't have the little metal discs in there. So when you attach this to the Q-Mag, now the movement is allowed to rotate. So you have a traditional standard dual action random orbital movement.
Wow, look at that. That is incredible.
And a lot of people have asked today, since we put this out, they're like, wow, that's awesome. Can we use it for polishing paint? And, it's got hook and loop back of the blade, and you could put a pad on. But here's the thing. This orbit size is 2.5 millimeter.
Very tiny.
It's a sanding orbit, so really, it would be underpowered for polishing, and the nano would do much better.
It may have a use if you had the most finickiest paint to finish out on. But that'd be like the very extreme exception, and you have other tools that would do that just as well, just as fast, unfaster.
Yeah, exactly. So there we go.
Well, that's
Mike, I want to say one more thing.
Yes.
So it does have hybrid nano, like the nano. So the hybrid, because a lot of people call this tool the hybrid, or in some parts of the world, hybrid. The hybrid. So the tool is actually called the nano.
the nano, yes.
So this is the nano Q-Mag.
Nano meaning small, it's a small tool.
Right.
Yes.
And the hybrid speaks to the power platform, the flexibility of battery or corded. That's what hybrid means. And the reason we're trying to train people to understand that is because I can neither confirm or deny that the hybrid technology might be applied to other tools in the future.
Oh, wow. There's a rumor for you. I can already extrapolate out to know what that means, but I'm not going to share that. You guys can just guess on your own. Well, thanks for that teaser, Jason.
Yeah.
now, just add to that teaser, but we got to wait until SEMA next year.
I'm not going to commit to anything.
Well, what I just want to kind of point out is it's really interesting to see a tool company like Rupes branch out, because a lot of people nowadays, especially in the SEMA environment, think of it as paint polishing, but this is going into a non-automotive industry. And the magnet attachments, the oscillation, the battery technology, the lightweight, small, compact tool size, I'm sure it's going to be just as popular in the woodworking industry and as your automotive tools are in the automotive industry.
Yeah,
so,
exactly right. Yeah.
Very cool. Well, to get any of the Rupes products, you can always find them at Autogeek.com.